If you missed Senator Al Franken's resignation speech from the Senate floor on Thursday, here's the too long didn't read version. Women's voices deserve to be heard and believed. Unless those women are accusing me. In a nasally, cowardly address that laid more blame at the feet of Donald J. Trump and Roy Moore than it did at his own, the Minnesota senator repeatedly denied doing any of the things that he was resigning for. But, if there was one message he wanted the media to hear, it was that women deserve to be believed, except in his case. A couple of months ago, I felt that we had entered an important moment in the history of this country, Franken began. We were finally beginning to listen to women about the ways in which men's actions affect them. That moment was long overdue. I was excited for that conversation, and hopeful that it would result in real change that made life better for women all across the country and in every part of our society. Trending, Jennifer Lawrence should get Secret Service visit after revealing sick Trump plan. Then, Franken said, the conversation turned to me. Yes, and I wonder why it was. Al Franken groping, oh yes, that's why. In spite of this, and 8 other accusers, Franken said, I was shocked. I was upset. But in responding to their claims, I also wanted to be respectful of that broader conversation, because all women deserve to be heard, and their experiences taken seriously. But not really that seriously, Franken said. He also thought it gave some people the false impression that I was admitting to doing things that, in fact, I haven't done. Some of the allegations against me are simply not true. Others, I remember very differently. Dude, you got caught on camera groping a woman on a plane just 2 years before you became a senator. This isn't Roy Moore, where the allegations are 40 years old and the evidence is entirely circumstantial. All one has to do is look at the photograph to realize you're a creep. Oh yes, and he dragged Moore, and the president, into the mire, as well. Related, Judge Roy Moore will drive an unusual vehicle to polls next Tuesday. I, of all people, am aware that there is some irony in the fact that I am leaving while a man who has bragged on tape about his history of sexual assault sits in the Oval Office, and a man who has repeatedly preyed on young girls' campaigns for the Senate with the full support of his party. It's good to see that while Franken is willing to give himself the benefit of the doubt, he freely calls Donald Trump a rapist and Roy Moore a pedophile, even though neither has been convicted of a crime. The word alleged isn't in Franken's vocabulary when it comes to Republicans, I suppose. Even after taking no responsibility in a speech full of partisan red flags, Franken's self-mythologizing, this, after all, is a man who only half-jokingly titled his recent memoir Al Franken, the Giant of the Senate, was the most interminable part of the whole thing. I am proud that, during my time in the Senate, I have used my power to be a champion for women, and that I have earned a reputation as someone who respects the women I work alongside every day. I know there's been a very different picture of me painted over the last few weeks. But I know who I really am. Yes. A liar, a lecturer, and a former senator. Bon voyage. Please like and share on Facebook and Twitter if you're glad Al Franken's gone. What are your thoughts on Al Franken's apology? Scroll down to comment below.